A run, immediate run pass option threat.
Here they come. Bryce, buying time, finds Hubbard. Beautifully done by Young.
Well, it looks like the Cardinals are in cover 2, which means this corner has to be responsible for the flat. I believe that's Burke, but he gets caught up on Renfro. And really, this is made by Young. And I've really been impressed by Young when he...
Call here. You don't really want to punt from the plus 40. 4th and 4. I think this is the right call for Dave Canales.
It would have been a 58-yard field goal from here. Or punt it. Instead, they'll try to get 3 yards. On a quick pass through traffic. Good for a first down. It is caught by Hunter Renfro.
Yeah, pre-snap, there was no question where that ball was going. Take a look how deep they are. Just lined with so much cushion on 4th down. A trust in Bryce Young, and if he makes this, Fitzgerald makes this kick, it's the best decision of his coaching career so far here in Carolina.
Fitzgerald for the win. It is good. The Panthers upset the Cowboys for one of Dave Canales' biggest wins as the headman for the Panthers.
For Carolina, fake the handoff. Young is going to run it himself and take it in. Touchdown, Panthers.
When they're taking away everything down the field, you just take it yourself. Bryce Young is going to roll out here to the left. He's going to see everybody covered up. Covered. I'll just take...
For the lead. Fitzgerald, the rookie, already has 3 game-winning field goals, 3 walk-offs. This for the lead from 48, and he is money for the Panthers.
Play action. Purdy. Picked again. 3rd 1 second for Horn. And this crowd is starting to get restless.
3rd throw that Brock Purdy has made over 15 yards in the air, and it's the 3rd interception of the night. J.C. Horn, as he runs across, he undercuts it. He's on the other side of the field playing corner, but nobody was in his area. He's just simply reading Purdy and seeing that in-breaking route and undercuts it. Brock Purdy, McCaffrey, he just simply does not want to come off the field.
They fake it to him. Purdy down the middle, and he's picked by Horn. J.C. Horn. And then he gets dumped by Juszczyk, but it's an early takeaway for this Carolina defense. And a return of 14 yards on Horn's 4th interception of the year.
This is a great play by J.C. Horn, because I understand what Purdy was trying to do. He just wants to lay this ball and let Jennings then go run into it. It's a little behind him, and Horn's in his hip pocket.
Young giving some ground. He'll sling it over the middle. He's got it, and then some for Xavier Legette. All the way down to the 21 on a 4th down and 1.
You got to love the play design, too, on 4th and 2. Drawing the defense one direction, booting back to the other, and everyone drops Xavier Legette, who just sneaks behind the defense.
Penix with time is intercepted.
That's completely on Penix. 100%.
Shaw Smith-Wade takes it in.
Wade just timed it perfectly, but that's completely on the quarterback. That is, you do not make that throw. He threw it sidearm. He wanted to get rid of it. And Smith-Wade just read it perfectly.
First defensive touchdown for the Panthers this season.
Good luck. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Pitch out to Dowdell.
And Darnold, look at him! What kind of speed do you get, young man? Caught at the 18 from behind. Minka Fitzpatrick kept him out of the end zone, but what a start to the third quarter for the home team.
Now, when Green Bay elects to receive to start the third quarter, Carolina gets to pick which direction they want to defend. They wanted to go this way in the fourth quarter because of the wind for this exact moment.
For a potential game-winning field goal. Dowdle trying to make it as easy as possible as he takes it down inside the 35-yard line of Green Bay. 19-yard run for Rico Dowdle, who has carried the ball 23 times in this contest for 130 yards. And a timeout by Green Bay to try to conserve as much time as possible.
Yeah, take a look here at Evan Williams. Watch him go with Sanders, the tight end. When he falls back, he just completely loses track of his gap. And the cutback by Dowdle, and then it's another explosive run. And right now you're looking at a 49-yard field goal. And
Young, caught, it's Horn! Who knew? Jimmy Horn getting it done! Rookie playing in his first pro game.
Well, they're just going to get a levels route, right? They're going to have a low guy, a medium guy, and the medium guy, Jimmy Horn, and he got grabbed a little bit by Rasul Douglas, but he fights through the grab, and
Panthers down by 4, closing into the 2-minute timeout. Bryce Young got his man! Touchdown! Mitchell Evans! And the Panthers take the lead! Who would have thunk? The Carolina Panthers showing some fortitude.
we talked about it. We talked about when you run the ball, you set up the play action, run a little mesh concept underneath, tight end coming across one way, receiver Tremaine going the other way. Everybody gets confused, and wide open touchdown to Evans. And the Carolina Panthers take the lead late.
Rico Dowdle had a great first half rushing the ball. They're going to come out passing, and breaking free is Jimmy Horn Jr., the rookie out of Colorado who made his NFL debut last week with 4 touches, yards.
well, so much for sticking to the run. I always kind of laugh. I feel like coaches feel like they have to say that. Not exactly sure. Reddy Stewart, number 27. You mentioned Diggs was in the slot. Stewart ended up being the widest corner, and he just kind of...
Empty set, 5 in the pattern. Young floats it, end zone. McMillan, his first NFL touchdown. It took his 26th catch as a rookie to finally get his first.
Little shoulder fake, end zone shot. He's got the rookie touchdown, McMillan, and the Panthers are back in it. Tenero is 5th. And a 29-yard touchdown throw from Bryce Young as the offense arrives for Carolina.
And they've got the big bodies out there at receiver. Coker, Sanders, Leggett, all on the left. Young, shot for the win. It is held on to by Coker. And the Panthers are going to come away with a signature victory to propel them deeper into the playoff conversation in the NFC South. No conservative play calling from Canales that time. Bryce Young, big-bodied receiver Jalen Coker. 2-minute warning in Charlotte.
chains here. 2nd and 21. This is a run or screen down.
They just got it off. Very loud crowd right now. Young launching near side. He drops it in for Coker. What a rainbow!
You're going to see Coker run up on his toes, get outside, save some space on the sideline for the quarterback. And Bryce Young finds the Wi-Fi connection and airdrops a beauty in there to Jalen Coker for a touchdown.
He wasn't open when Bryce Young threw that ball.
Talk about anticipation.
Mayfield throws, and it's intercepted. It's a takeaway for the Carolina Panthers. Lathan Ransom, the rookie. For those just tuning in, Bucs driving for the tying field goal or go-ahead score. Mayfield on a mix-up looking for Mike Evans, and Lathan Ransom goes low for the interception.
Yeah.
Third down conversions. Done it twice on this drive. Trying to do it again with Hubbard. Big hole. There he goes. Big play. Chuba Hubbard touchdown. Panthers answer.
So they caught the Rams here just with a lot of interior defenders trying to disguise some sort of a pressure. You send the tight end in motion. What that does is just creates numbers on the edge. So now you got basically 3-on-2. Back with the ball in his hands, 2 blockers, 1 sealing, 1 kicking out, and creating that nice run lane.
Sense to this point.
He's going deep, and a one-handed snag. J.C. Horn with the interception.
Well, he just lost J.C. Horn because J.C. Horn's got that deep quarter of the football field, but he stops. And so Trevor Lawrence just doesn't see him, and then he fades off of there because there's nobody in his area. And he finds that corner run by Hunter right there. So really nice job by J.C. Horn, kind of hot.
Taylor, time going long. He's got him for the end zone and knocked away. Is that intercepted? J.C. Horn. Yes, Horn calls it in and stays in for the takeaway.
That's back-to-back underthrow.
Young, he can run. Not anymore. It's caught. It's caught. First down. McMillan, his 3rd catch of the day.
9 for 11 for Bryce Young, 84 yards. Going to have to throw it here, you'd imagine. 3 timeouts, minute 35. Young down the middle, McMillan. Great catch into space, Tanaroa McMillan, the rookie out of Arizona. Long strides to the 30-yard line.
Just talking in the break, this is exactly what the Carolina Panthers offense needed. Some spark, some sort of big play down the field. You see the play action. Sucks up everyone on the second level. And there's that window. McMillan does the rest. So good getting yards after the catch. Talking to the defensive staff here in Atlanta, I said, he's warranted the respect. There's going to be times where you match up A.J. Terrell on him.
Young talking to Lewis, the left guard. And Bryce Young rips it this side. It's caught by Tremble, who turns upfield. Tremble breaks away. Tommy Tremble inside the 15. That is a nasty catch and run.
His first and only catch of the game couldn't come at a better time and a bigger moment. You talk to the coaching staff about Tommy Tremble. They just say he flips a switch when he gets on the football field. Primarily used as almost a fullback. In the way they use him in the run blocking game as a tight end off the ball. But this is all just determination. What a play.
Him. Doesn't look like he has help. Going that way. McMillan in the end zone. He's got it! And that's going to be a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young had him all the way.
As he runs in a little bit, then creates space to the corner. Beautifully thrown ball, one-on-one, perfect by Bryce.
It's a nice view of the ball from the city background. I don't know if that's uptown or downtown, but that's a touchdown.
For ETN in motion. Fake it to Dowdle. Young's got a shuffle. Steps up, throws. Wide open man is Dowdle. And he's going to take it to the end zone against his former team. Touchdown Carolina, and the Panthers lead.
So what do you got to do? You got to come out and you got to play ball. Followed up a 200-yard game last week. The expectation is, can Rico Dowdle keep coming? You know, Miami Dolphins, the one.
Teteroa McMillan down here in the slot. Appears to be zone coverage. Probably where I'd go.
Young, light rush for Atlanta. Bryce Young steps and throws. He's got it to McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina.
He had him twice. He had him for the first down, and as he scrambled, McMillan releases upfield. He keeps his eyes on him for the touchdown. Watch as he works outside. There's your first down. Nope. Turns it up as Young scrambles. And this is just, to me, you can't put your linebacker in that position. You just can't.
That first start, as you see Tremble in the backfield along with Dowdle on a first down from the 36. Clean pocket for Young. Another deep shot down the left side. He drops it in for Legette. Brilliant throw from Bryce Young.
And what a response by the Panthers to come out on their opening drive. Starting the game this way, starting the half this way. Working against who?
Atron Brooks.
Legette's third touchdown reception of the season. Boy, the Panthers would love to get him going, along with McMillan.
Four-man rush. Stafford gets brought down. That ball came out. Derek Brown the hit, and DJ won him the ball. Flags come flying in at the end of the play, and Stafford coughs it up with 2:25 left. Derek Brown comes up with the key play of the day for the Panther defense. Up 3.
700 tackles in his career, Lavonte David. And he'll have a few more before it's over. Young, he is trying to scramble out of it, and he cuts back. Flows, touchdown! Panthers, Jatavian Sanders. But Bryce Young made it all happen.
Things happen, right. Arm right there. Down goes Diaby, but Bryce Young keeping the play alive, attacking the line.
Four-man rush. Stafford into a tight window to Nakua. Picked up by Mike Jackson. And Jackson gets the block to take it home. What a touchdown for Jackson.
Yeah, pretty common route combination, something Rams do all the time.
There is no foul for a blindside block. It's a touchdown.
Mike Jackson just sits all over that. Unfortunately, Matt Stafford leaves it just a little bit behind Puka Nacua, and that's all it takes. Great job jumping in. Look, unfortunately, sometimes the touchdowns come in bunches, and then the interceptions come in bunches. Ooh. Back to this double-A pressure look here.
Trying to plug that up, so one-on-one opportunity. It's caught by Coker for the touchdown. His first of the year. A fourth down goal for it, and the Panthers take the lead.
We said it early part of the broadcast, like this is the matchup that you're going to like all game long. Coker is a big target, going up against Forbes, who's played really, really well for the Rams. But man, you just get one step on him, and again, I think it's the fourth and short.
Dave Canales is a genius. I mean, exactly what we talked coming on. They wanted to play a limited possession game. They get to control the win. It's either overtime or you're a hero.
The rookie Ryan Fitzgerald, undrafted free agent. The last 6 years at Florida State, an All-American. Trying to win at Lambeau. Hold is down, the kick is up, into the wind, it is good! Ryan Fitzgerald delivers, and the Panthers, a 2-touchdown underdog, come into Lambeau and pull off the upset.
Wow. You wonder why these coaches spend so much time thinking through strategy, gameplay.
Fourth down here. Bryce Young doesn't look like he's going anywhere. It'll be fourth down and a couple of yards.
Yeah, you knew that was the philosophy. You know, they've been able to convert a couple of these third downs where it's almost, in most cases, yeah, that's a passing down, but they're handing it off and they're getting it. But nonetheless, the way this offensive line has been able to push this D-line off the ball, the way that Hubbard has been able to find these creases, I like the decision.
Nobody's converted more fourth downs than the Panthers. Nobody has seen more on defense than the Rams. 2 for 2 today is Carolina. On this crucial fourth down, Young, McMillan, got it! Touchdown! Panthers lead! Fourth down seemingly is the magic down for Carolina. Twice they've scored on fourth and must-have.
I'll tell you what, this was clutch by Bryce Young. And really good job up front of giving him protection, but Bryce is making his way through the progression. And just the way that he layered this ball up over the top. Emmanuel Ford's had good coverage, but he just kind of went to undercut it. The ball went over the top, and McMillan, who does not have a catch today, comes up with as big a play in this game as you can at a critical moment.